Okay, friends. So in the last lecture, we saw what classic cryptography is all about. Okay, and we also saw one of the techniques that was being used by Egyptian empires, namely hieroglyph, to send or transmit messages in form of images, which was being understood by only a few number of people called scribes. Now coming to Caesar cipher, which is also one form of classic cryptography. Actually, it's the earliest and most popular method of cryptography under Roman Empire. And you all know that Julius Caesar was one of the main emperors under Roman Empire. Okay, so this cipher was named under him. Okay, now before we actually dive into, I just want to don't want to confuse you guys with the word cipher. Cipher is nothing but the code that we learnt in the first lecture. Cipher is nothing but a code or a hidden message or a secret message, okay, that is transmitted from one entity to another entity, okay, so that it is not, so that it is not, cannot be understood by any adversary or enemy, okay. So cipher is very much analogous to what a code is actually, okay. So the hidden or secret message or the encrypted message, some of you say, okay, that is actually a cipher. So it's just another name for code. So don't get confused by that word. Now coming back to Caesar cipher, as I said that it was a Roman method, okay, of encryption, and this encryption is a very simple way wherein the letters of the alphabet, okay, were shifted by some known number of positions, okay, and this number of positions through which a letter would be shifted was known both to the sender of the message as well as to the person who is receiving the message, okay. And how it used to work was basically that if you see here, okay, that if A is shifted by some known number of positions, so which is say after A, if I shift A by three numbers or three positions, then A would become D, okay, because A, after A, B comes, after B, C, then after C, D, okay. So if I move the letter A by three positions, then its new value becomes D. The same thing will happen for B, which will become E. C will become F, okay. And by using these shifted characters, okay, or like D, E, F, which is the shifted characters for A, B, C, by using these characters, if I prepare a message, okay, that message would become my cipher or my code actually, okay. So the sender of the message used to, okay, shift the letters, okay, by some known number of positions, okay, and the receiver of the message used to shift it back, since he already used to know the number of positions the letters were shifted, okay. So he would shift it back, okay, to its original position, okay. So so that is actually what Caesar cipher is all about. It's a, in today's world you may think that it's a very simple way and anybody could find it, okay, or things like that, okay, but at that time, okay, it was a pretty much complex thing, okay, for the empire, and it was being used extensively at that time to encrypt the messages or to basically send out these secret or hidden messages under Roman Empire, okay. Now coming to a very small example that I have put for you guys, okay. So over here the word cipher text means the key or the code basically, okay, the code that would be sent by the sender, okay, which says ECV, okay. So over here what I have just done is that I have actually shifted the original letters in the original word by just two positions, okay. So what is the actual text over here? It is the word cat actually, okay. So if you shift C by two positions, it will become E. If you shift A by two positions, it would become C, okay. And when you shift T by two positions, it would become V. So ECV becomes my cipher text that you are seeing over here, okay, that you are seeing over here, and C cat actually becomes the actual text, okay. So the sender of the message would send ECV, to the original person, okay, to the recipient of the message. And since the recipient is already aware about the number of positions the letter were shifted, okay, so he would shift the ciphertext back to its original form and get the message what the sender was trying to send in. Okay, so in short, this is what Caesar cipher is about. Okay, it's a pretty much simple cryptography technique. Okay, but it used to hold a lot of significance at that time, guys. So I think this was clear for you guys with an example. Okay, so if you are clear, please move on to the next lecture to learn some other interesting cryptography techniques that used to exist at that time, guys. Thank you.